And so I wanted to ask you a question that's relevant for us on our campus. What I've noticed talking to students on campus are two trends. Either a very socialistic idea of Christianity and religion where God wants us to share, God wants us to basically not have private property because private property includes greed and all these vices. And then the idea that this world is not our home, and so we shouldn't care about what happens on the earth politically.
Right.
How would I go forth bringing issues to their mind and getting them to care about these issues without calling into question their religion?
Okay, so I am not going to play Christian theologian. I'm not really qualified for that. I will say, however, that there is a very solid case to be made that Matthew's admonition that if you're not going to work, you're not going to eat applies across the board. And also the idea that this world is of no consequence whatsoever has not been held true in very many Christian societies that I can imagine. There have been, communistic Christian, essentially small groups since inception. I mean, really since the time of Christ. But they have not tended to work out particularly well. When it talks in the Gospels about the idea that they were a family and they shared among them, basically, and they shared all was common to them, that's a specific claim for a specific time, and not only that, for a specific group of people. So the way that I always put it is that the purpose of Christianity, at least with the disciples of Jesus, was to create a family, right? And Jesus is very clear about this, right? Jesus is constantly saying things like, if you have to put your father and mother aside, do it, right? This is the new family, essentially.